I think we might have a discussion here with who's our team of the tournament.
Yeah.
And right starting at the goalkeeper, I'm gonna put Donnarumma.
Okay.
I know here we might have a different decision,
Yep.
but Donnarumma for me, I know he had Bonucci and Chiellini in front of him, but
Hmm.
there was big saves there,
Okay.
and no matter what, Donnarumma at 21, at 22 right now, Donnarumma at 22 has 290 caps for AC Milan in Italy. These are insane stats, and I'm betting him right now because I see the quality saves. I see saves that I never would expect a 22-year-old do. So I'm putting the responsibility, and I believe he deserves to be the goalkeeper of the tournament.
And you're not worried about his distribution in the final at all?
Pickford too. I think I was
Oh,
worried
sure.
too about his distribution.
Yeah.
But if it were for that, I think Donnarumma is the better goalkeeper. He did play really well too. I think Pickford, in terms of form, was at the same level, but I think Donnarumma gets a
Yeah.
little
Not
bit of an
everyone.
edge.
Not everyone needs to be Manuel Neuer, with his feet. Um, all right. Well, yes, we do have a difference here. I went more with my heart, but also, he made some absolutely ridiculous saves, especially in the semis and the quarters. I got to go with Kasper Schmeichel for Denmark. I didn't go Jordan Pickford, even though I know he's probably first in line for the Golden Glove. If not,
Hmm.
they may have already announced that. But Kasper Schmeichel, come on, the story tugs at your heartstrings. He's obviously always been at a very, very high level. And he just stepped it up a notch this tournament, not just from the save perspective, not just from the goalkeeping perspective, but from the leadership perspective. I don't
Hmm.
think you or I can fully process what that team has gone through, right?
True.
This last month. I don't think we can ever will be able to. At least I hope I will never have to process something like what they went through.
It's
And
crazy.
for him to pull that team together, I know it's less footballing, and I'm already breaking the rules of a best 11, but Kasper Schmeichel's my pick. Um,
I agree. They've gone through a lot. That team, that Danish team, I completely agree.
yep,
So I'm gonna say my defenders of
yep,
of the tournament in Euro 2020. So
yep.
my best defense is Donnarumma at goalkeeper, left back Spinazzola,
Hmm.
center back Maguire next to Bonucci, and right back Dumfries. I absolutely love this
Interesting.
defense. It's
Okay.
very interesting that Dumfries and Spinazzola, before the tournament, weren't given the right recognition, in my opinion. Both are gonna get a move soon.
Yeah.
I can't
Hmm.
see Spinazzola staying too long at Roma, and I can't see Dumfries staying too long at PSV.
Right.
So an unbelievable year. Luke Shaw deserves a mention too,
Oh yeah.
and Mael too.
Yep.
But yeah, those are my defenders of the
But
tournament.
I'll give him one, right? Because I have a soft spot for the Danish team. So, who would have thought that we'd have this like log jam of phenomenal left backs at this tournament? They've played
Hmm.
crucial roles for a lot of the best teams in this tournament. So, all right, mine from the left. Well, you went from right to left. I'll go from right to left. I'm
Okay.
going to go with Kyle Walker. And he's shown his versatility. He has saved England several times with a catch up speed, and he's actually been somewhat of a menace moving forward. And he's going to be incredibly important. Have a feeling for
Hmm.
them in this final. I got Chiellini and I have Maguire at center back. And
Hmm.
Maguire, he missed his first game. I think Maguire is always unfairly vilified. I shouldn't say unfairly. Sometimes he is fairly vilified, but he has been absolutely vital to their progression in the knockouts. I don't think there's any doubt on that, right? And quick shout out to John Stones too for being relatively pretty damn good actually, right?
Yeah.
But we got to go Chiellini, Maguire there. Chiellini, like we've already talked about, is aging like fine wine, and just his passion. He's the glue of that defense there. And then the left back, even if it's solely for that cross alone, I'm going to go for Joachim Mela. I know we always
Okay.
pause. I think it's Mela, but yeah, Spinazzola. I mean, he might be a reason why the Italians have a little bit of trouble getting through England in this final,
So,
right?
so quick recap on those four. Could you say the four like in a row?
Yes, I can. We're going Walker, Chiellini, Maguire, and Mela. Okay.
Okay.
All
I
right.
like that midfield, defense. That defense is good. I think it's solid.
Yeah.
Melee, it's the cross. I love it. I love it too. If we're going on a 4-3-3 tactic,
Yep.
I'm gonna go with three midfields and CDM Jorginho because he deserves all the credit in this tournament. He may not be the best defender or the best attacker, but distribution wise, knowing where to be on the pitch, making things happen. He's such a facilitator on the pitch for Italy, and Jorginho is my CDM. Next to him, Pedri, 18 years old, but he deserves that because all tournament he's been a menace, one of the best Spanish players in the tournament.
Yeah.
And next to him, I'm going to put Verratti. Verratti didn't play the first two matches, but Verratti showed why he's world class in the late stages. Verratti is master class, and Mancini knows why he needs to play him every single match. So my midfield is Jorginho, Pedri, and Verratti. A little shout out to Gnat Sanch because Gnat Sanch deserves the mention too.
I mean, he fared very absolutely very well this whole tournament, and definitely as we talked last week about his stock rising, and I think he's primed for a big move. But all right, my midfield as well. It doesn't look very different, but for the sake of being different, because I did have Jorginho in there, I also have I've changed my pick right now to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
Okay.
I have Marco Verratti, and I have Pedri. Okay. Now Verratti, come on. In the 300 minutes he's had, he's probably already dropped more key passes, more progressive passes than most of the players in the tournament. The numbers speak for themselves. The stats speak for themselves. But ultimately, he's going to be a massive key to whether or not Italy gets by England. Højbjerg, again, in the tug at the heartstrings department, kid just fights for everything. And I do believe that he's going to be a key for any rejuvenation of Tottenham that happens in the coming year. But Jorginho, again, has been phenomenal. So I am still going to stick with it. Højbjerg, Verratti, Pedri is my best midfield for this tournament.
Solid three picks. And it's crazy how we both have Pedri. I just need to mention it. 18 years old and dominating the scene. Three attackers, so... I think it's I think for me it was easy. My three attackers have Chiesa at the left, up front Harry Kane, and at the right side I got Sterling because Sterling was built different in Euro 2020. I don't know what happened, but Sterling wanted to prove himself, and he did. Amazing scenes. Like Sterling now is coming back to Man City thinking, I need a start. Yeah. Okay? So I don't know what Guardiola is going to do, but very interesting. Very interesting.
I mean, have we not learned our lesson to stop underestimating Raheem Sterling? I mean, it seems this kind of like common theme with most English players too. It's because of how tough the media is on them. Somebody always has to take the negative along with a positive, and sometimes the negative in media always outweighs the positive. So just so happy for him. So sorry, recap those again for me, those three.
So Chiesa, Harry Kane, and Raheem Sterling is my front trio in the Euro 2020. I like it. I like it.
That's a good one. I'd take that in any team, frankly. But Chiesa, we were a little bit worried we weren't even going to see him at some point in those first couple selections. So so happy that he has made most of his time on the pitch for Italy. So all right, mine. Here we go. I'm gonna bust this wide open. I guess I have a Scandinavian bias, but I'm not going to forget what Emil Forsberg has done for Sweden in this tournament. On the left, 4 goals, basically the sole, the sole creator for a Swedish team. I know Alex Isaac, we like him a lot, but Forsberg was pretty much the only outlet for creativity that Sweden provided. Up top, I am not going to go Harry Kane right now, although this final might, make more sense after this. I'm going to go with Patrick Schick, right?
Okay.
Because as you said in the last episode, if there's one guy that has raised his stock, almost doubled his stock in this tournament, it's him. He also gave us one of the best highlights of the tournament. And relatively consistent. Also, I think hit for a penalty kick, which, as we can talk about. Wait, you didn't put Cristiano Ronaldo.
I
Holy
didn't.
moly.
I
Wow.
didn't. I
That's something to
didn't.
talk about after that. But Patrick Schick, Emil Forsberg, and my last one is in line with you, Raheem Sterling. And
I
it's a bit
well,
different. It's not, your perennial powers there. But yeah, Forsberg, Schick, Sterling.
I didn't put Cristiano because I give credit going to the finals and winning tournaments. And
Fair
that's
enough.
why I think Ronaldo should have won the Ballon d'Or instead of Modric. But that's a whole different story. But interesting. And I just want to end the Euros talk on this. Chiesa is now next to the best youngsters' names.
Mhm.
Because the moment I see Nagelsmann saying, we were interested, but no chance on the price tag. The
Right.
price tag is way too high for Chiesa. And I totally understand that. We've said it in, I think I said this one on some podcasts, like 3 podcasts before, that
Mhm.
Chiesa was going to be the center of the Juventus rebuild. Allegri is going to love him, and I can see him being a key player, not just for Italy, but for Juventus too.
Yeah, love seeing legendary players have legendary sons. He is going to he is going to be massively important for Juventus this coming year. So I have to say one more thing, and I almost feel bad saying this, but how much of a walking oddity is Alvaro Morata? I mean, I don't understand a guy with his technique, a guy with his he has so many world class attributes, right? And when he just stepped up, you knew he was going to miss that penalty. You knew it. He's like he's saddled with these major confidence issues that a guy of his pedigree shouldn't have. And I know I don't want to end on a downer here, but it's just it hurts me to see. And I get it. It takes bold, brave human beings to step up and take a penalty, especially in that type of a moment. But unbelievable.
But
Unbelievable.
Morata needs to deliver in those moments. Morata needs to deliver in those moments. I think I'll speak for any Spanish person. They knew. You're right. They had a feeling that Morata could screw it up, but they were hoping he didn't, and he did. He did. That's why Morata's a little bit of a meme, but he's been in the history books for. He's played for Real. He's played for Juventus. He's played for Atletico.
Yep.
So he's got history in football, but that's true. Like,